Hello everyone. Hi everyone, Alchemist here. Welcome again to another live session. I apologize, like I said the timing wrong at first, and I just had to kind of postpone it. I see some of you already joined the chat, but I'm not sure if you're still around. But thank you guys. I appreciate you being present here. And this live occult session is going to be about the fact that I released my new book. You can find it at selfalchemist.com. The link in the description box below, and it is titled "How to Embrace Your Darkness." So it's already out. It's on the store, and the reason why I wrote it is because it is the most asked question that a lot of people ask me all the time. Hello, hi, Nightmare is here. Hi, thank you for joining the chat. So I wrote this book because it is the most asked question, this question about how to embrace your darkness and what is the nature of darkness. So in this live, we're going to be discussing a little bit darkness and what is darkness and why is it important, which coincides with me releasing my first book ever. And also I'm going to do some tarot readings for you guys. Why not? For you guys, if you have any questions, I can give you some tarot readings and answer some of your questions. Hello, hi, Haim. Hello, welcome to the chat. So in the book that I released, which is titled "How to Embrace Your Darkness," because it's my first book, I have a bonus there. And that bonus is 3 free sigils. It's 3 sigils. Sigil of Baphomet, which I collaborated with Ina Witch on it. And the sigil for protection and manifestation, and the sigil for abundance. All of these are included in my book for free for you guys, because it's my first book and I wanted to give you something as like a little thank you or appreciation. Those three sigils alone on my store, altogether, they're $105, just the sigils alone. So I'm putting them in the book there for free for you guys. If you purchase the book, you can find the sigils there. And those sigils are one of a kind. You're not gonna find them anywhere in the world because I channeled them, I designed them personally, line by line. So they're not from another website, they're not from another person. You're not gonna find them anywhere else. Those are my sigils, they're mine. I channeled them and they work, and they're fully charged with my dark energy. And that's why I put them in the book, because the book is about how to embrace your darkness. Thank you, Nightmare. Thank you, Nightmare is here. Congrats on the book. Thank you. Hi, Lily Sanchez. Hi, Patricia Kennedy. Hi, Lara's World. Hi, guys. Thank you guys for joining the chat. I really appreciate it. I appreciate it. So, embracing the darkness is the missing link. It's the thing that you need to have within you to unlock your powers, to activate who you are. It's what people don't talk about. It's what people don't want to talk about. It's what the religions and the dogmas and many people for thousands of years and for millennia were trying to change and manipulate and just make you scared of, because the more you're scared of your darkness, the more you're not going to know your darkness, and the more you don't know your darkness, then you will not fully get to know who you truly are. Like the concept of dark, to begin with, darkness itself, if we talk about where creation came from, before, if we were to remove everything that we have, we're going to be left with dark. Because dark is the foundation of the universe. If you go out there in space and you see the planets and the stars and the galaxies, and you're going to see where do they exist? They exist in the darkness. So darkness is the foundation, it's the basis. Many religious books in the past, they said, let there be light. Let there be light, that means there was dark before light. That means the light was created from the dark. That means before creation existed in general, generally speaking, before creation existed, there was only dark. So when people talk about oneness, when they talk about this darkness, they don't, that they're scared of, that people are scared to understand that this darkness is actually the foundation of creation. It is the God, it is the oneness that everyone talks about. It is the dark. It's not the light. The light, the light maintains life. It gives life a certain form and shape. Light gives form to life. Light is physical. It makes life look physical, right? But then even the spirit realm, even the ghosts and the spirits, the demons, everything that's supernatural happens at nighttime. It happens at the dark. Most of the time, it happens at the dark. When it's nighttime, that's when it happens. And that's even more of a proof that that's where we come from. After this manifestation or this reincarnation as a physical body, you don't go back to somewhere that's light. You go back to dark. That's what it is. If anything, the Egyptians, the ancient Egyptians understood this. They believed they understood it because they knew that light, that people call light, is nothing but the sun illuminating earth. So when the sun illuminates earth, it gives a certain life. And again, it's the physical life. That's why the ancient Egyptians, they used to worship Ra, the sun god. Ra is the sun. And the sun, what is it? All of you probably know what the sun is. The sun is fire. So basically, light is the element of fire. If you kind of like, if we want to connect the dots. So we have to remember that this light that a lot of people dwell on, they don't even know what it is. They don't know what they're talking about. Because maybe the light that's illuminating me right now, that's LED bulbs. Those are LED bulbs. That's it. That's what it is. During the day, it's the sun, and the sun is fire. It's fire illuminating earth. So what light are people really talking about? What light is it? So even the concept of light is twisted itself. The concept of dark is twisted, and the concept of dark is also twisted. They're all twisted. No one really knows what they are. I'm going to read some of the comments. Ralla's World. It's possible to ship to Kuwait this book. It's an ebook, actually. It's a digital. So Lara's World is asking if it's possible to ship it to Kuwait. Lara, it's an ebook. It's a digital book. You can download it, and it's gonna be digitally on your computer or on your phone. You can have it with you all the time. It's not physical. It's an ebook. It's a digital book, and the sigils, they're also digital, meaning that you can print them out. So when you download the book, you can actually print out the sigils as you please, and then you can use the sigils as well. The 3 free sigils that I included in there for you guys. But thank you for mentioning that, just for some people, because some people might misunderstood that it's a physical book. It's actually a digital book. It's an electronic book, ebook. Hi, Polixena. Hi, hello. Thank you for joining chat. Hi, Ina Witch. Thank you for joining chat. Infinite Health. Thank you for joining the chat. And I saw earlier that you purchased the book already. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. You're my first the first person who purchased. I literally just put it online just about 30 minutes or so. It was just released. So you're the first person who would read that book for sure. Hello, Sects Draco. Thank you. Appreciate it. I appreciate your kind words. I appreciate it. I hope what I'm doing here is helping things are, because there's a lot of concepts to work with, and hopefully the work I do can just give you a different perspective, and just make you basically help you in your journey, in your activation journey. Hi, Mary Fowler. Hi, Anita. Thank you for joining the chat. Almanac. Hello. Red. Hello. Thank which yeah, just explained that it's actually a downloadable book. Exactly. Thank you for doing that. I was reading, I was going through, and then thank you, Ina. Thank you, appreciate it. Enchanted Dragonfly, hello. Sylvester, hi, welcome everyone. Ina, which said, "How did you become dark?" I became dark just by realizing that my energy comes from the dark. That my here's the thing with me. I'm gonna explain something for you guys that maybe you can relate to, and it can maybe help you understand how I became dark, or how I embraced my dark energy. My nature, my nature, um, is dark. But for me to get there, I was always enclosed in it. I was always kind of killing it. I was killing that nature. Um, Back in the day, when before I started my mage's journey, I didn't understand why a lot of people, which thank you for the donation, by the way. Thank you with the fox, your favorite one, and I love it. I love the fox. Bravo! Thank you so much. um, so yeah, before I embarked on my mage's journey, on the fool's journey, as you guys know, the tarot major arcana, the fool, when you embark on your journey to become who you truly are. Before that, I always my nature is dark. I'm intimidating. People don't really talk to me, just like I'm not. I don't give a friendly vibe. Okay, that's one. Um, and because of that kind of intimidation, because it's like I'm not a person that's easy to approach, generally speaking. And instead of embracing who I am and what makes me me, basically, I was dying for the opposite, for anything that opposite of what I was. So I'm intimidating. I was trying to be the nicest person in the room because my nature is intimidating, because I'm dark. So my true nature is that you don't want to mess around with me because my energy will mess you up. But I would I I would let I would help. Like, I would go around asking who wants help, and I would go around trying to be an angel, trying to be an angel, trying to help everyone, trying to give everyone. And every single person was taking advantage of me, every single person. And I'm not ashamed of saying this. Like, I don't care. It happened. It was part of my growth. It was part of what made me who I am right now. So the less I embraced what I was deep inside, which is, I have very strong masculine energy. I'm intimidating. I have this dark energy in me that's just that was not put into use. And how do you put it into use? You put it into use by doing occult work, like rituals, like tarot, like talking to spirits and invoking demons, working with demons. All of this stuff, which is dark energy, it's all from the dark. I was killing it. I was trying to kill it as much as possible. And for me, the beginning of me kind of revealing my dark self, my dark me, was tarot. And I kid you not, guys, it was tarot. It was the first tool that I used that made that changed something in me. It literally made something click within me. Something just clicked, and then I realized, oh, wait a second. I'm not supposed to be what I am right now, because what I am is what I'm trying to hide. What I am is who I truly am. And tarot helped me. I learned tarot. I became obsessed with tarot. I was, watching tarot videos every day, reading about tarot all the time. I was just like, what is this thing? What is this tarot thing? And I didn't know back then that it was even connected to alchemy, which is what I am. I'm an alchemist. I'm all about transformation and transmutation, and basically realized that this is the tool that's going to help me to transmute the old me that was dragging me down, that was holding my powers, that was just like making me a doormat. It's like you when you're too nice, when you're too soft, or when you're trying to be too soft, or when you're trying to be too nice, that's when you become a doormat, and that's when people take advantage of you. And when I did so, I was like that. Everything in my life was falling apart. Everything, it even consumed me physically. Even physically, I wasn't healthy. Things around me were falling apart. I was losing money. I remember I was even once I was scammed for $3,000. Like, all of these negative things were just happening around me, and it's these things. I kid you not. What's magical about it is the moment I declare to the universe that I'm gonna embrace who I really am with this amazing tool and embrace my darkness. The moment I did that, things started changing in my life. And then I also that's at some point around that time when I was trying to figure out what's going on, that's when the universe guided me to Ina Witch, and I got a reading from her many years ago, and she told me that my energy is dark, that's she basically told me, if you think that you're light, you're probably delusional. You're delusional and you're crazy if you think that you're light. And then, as the moment she said that, everything clicked within me. Everything was like, oh, I see why nothing is working in my life. I see why everything is falling apart. And then the moment I started embracing who I am, like, things started to revive. It's like a plant or a tree that you started watering, and then it started growing back again and again and again. And then even physically, I changed. If you see how I was back then, you wouldn't believe it. I looked like a different human being. It's like you took a different human being and you put a different one. I kid you not, guys. Like literally different. Like physically speaking, and I'm speaking here about physicality, because as above, so below, and the goal of alchemy and transmutation is to have equally to embody the spirit within the physical. So the proof that I actually embraced my darkness and changed is because my physical reality and how I am and how I look changed. It actually changed. It's I'm serious. Like, it's like a different person. Um, I had really I give you a little example. I had really bad eyesight. I used to wear glasses, not just for far, or I actually had bad eyesight. I did. I did had bad eyesight. Without glasses, I couldn't see crap. I couldn't see anything. Guys, I don't wear glasses anymore. No surgery, no LASIK, no contact lens, no glasses. I don't even own glasses anymore. That's what transformation does to you. Okay. And this is not that kind of thing that old people, when they reverse and they get to a certain age and they're like, oh, I don't wear glasses anymore, but they still have to wear glasses to read or something. This is literally going from really bad eyesight to not to perfectly normal. Yes, I healed myself. Yes. And I'm a healer and I can heal. But if I did not embrace my darkness, none of it would have happened. Like, none of it. So things can happen on a supernatural level when you embrace your darkness. You become supernatural. So, like I would not change how I have become for the world. I would not go back to that crappy place I was at. I will never go back there, and I can't even imagine how I was there. How did I let myself be there? How? And then you realize it's all about it's sometimes, you lose track. You lose track of things, and life distracts you, and you're just trying to be like everyone else, and you're trying to listen to everyone around you, and then you end up in the ditch. And then you destroy your life. So that's how darkness changed my life. It was a long answer. um, let's see here. Nightmares here said, "Oh, it's like one of my favorite sentences. You think you're afraid of darkness? I was born in it." Yes, exactly. Light, again, people say light is a metaphor. It's a metaphor for this illuminated physical reality that we have. Otherwise, why when we sleep, why is it dark? Why do we need darkness to sleep? Why do we need dark to go to bed, to sleep, to recharge our energies? We recharge our energies by sleeping in the dark. You see the connection? You just have to use your mind and connect the dots. You recharge your energy in the dark. So everyone is dark. Everyone is from the dark. Saying you're from the light is a delusion. It's a religious delusion that's trying to lure you to become fearful so you can become more controllable, so you can be taken control of very easily, like a puppet, so you can easily be controlled. That's so this is basically the concept. um Almanac 13. I'll have to get your book as a self gift this Christmas. Absolutely, it's actually a very giftable thing. The book itself, because I put it at a price that's kind of giftable. It's like a giftable price, and it's actually why I released it around now. So it could be the perfect gift for your family, for your loved ones, or for whoever who wants to, who's someone who's into the occult and they want to activate who they are, or they're, even if they're in the beginning of their spiritual journey. It doesn't have to be someone who's advanced. It makes the perfect gift. Thank you guys. Let's see here. Yeah, using so which said, how do you use tarot to connect with darkness? So using tarot is because for me, I see tarot as this is I want to give a metaphor so it's easier to understand. Let's say you have communication tools like emails and cell phones. You use them, right? You use those communication tools to communicate with some people that you want to talk to, like your family, your friends, your relatives. You're gonna text them or you're gonna email them. That's a tool. You use the phone as a tool. For me, this is that tool to connect with what's in the darkness. And when I say darkness, I mean the spirit realm. I mean with the unseen. I mean the other side. For me, this is the tool. It's not a cell phone. It's not a computer. It's not Wi-Fi. It's not the internet. There's no technological tool that's going to allow you to connect with the unseen. This, however, will. And we have to remember that the best tools we can get, the best tool we can use is ourselves. Let's forget that we are the number one tools. We are our own tool. We are the Philosopher's Stone. That's our ultimate supreme tool, is the human body. But we want to use other tools like tarot, or some people use crystals, some people use Ouija boards, some people use rituals, and I use rituals myself to connect with the unseen. So that's how tarot helped me. It's a tool for me. This is another type of cell phone, but it's a different format. The physical form of it is very different. It's not technological, but it's the same. And the imagery on it, the symbology on it, the alchemical meanings on it, I learned how to decipher them. And that's every time I say the gifted, you guys, the gifted people, the people with abilities, the people with gifts. I mean, you guys have that ability because we have the ability to decipher what's in tarot, or to decipher intuition, or to decipher like any spiritual tools that you guys use. The gifted people are the ones, if you want to know if you're gifted or not, just a simple hint, and then I'd highly recommend you get a reading. That's the only way to actually know. If you want to know if you're gifted, a simple hint is, do you understand how to, I lost my train of thoughts. Do you understand, or no, I remember. Do you understand that intuition, these signs and these symbologies and these intuitions Do they translate inside of you, or they don't? If they don't, if you look at tarot or any other spiritual tool and you're like, I don't know, like, then you don't have the gift. But then if something speaks to you and then you're like, you know when usually this emotion, the emotion of stillness, and that's why a lot of people meditate, because they want to be still. The emotion of stillness. When you see a piece of art, you become still. A beautiful piece of art, of course. When you see some major arcanas, it doesn't have to be major arcana. Even this 10 of Cups card, look how beautiful it is. If you see it, there's something in you that stops, and you're like, every moment that makes you still, that makes you stop for a moment, and that is coherent with peace. It's coherent with darkness, because darkness is still. Light has movement. Light moves, dark is still. So darkness is always still. So every you're using a tool that makes you feel like that, and then within you some sort of translation happens, interpretation. You just know what that means. You pull a bunch of cards. To the normal person, to the non-gifted ones, they don't know what's in here. They're gonna see it and they don't know. And that's why in medieval times they used to hide tarot in playing cards, because they're like, well, it's just playing cards. Well, yeah, right, like yeah, you're communicating with demons. It's just playing cards. Of course you're not communicating with demons. But then the gifted ones can just by looking at this. To them it means a whole universe. It means a whole universe. To the non-gifted ones, this just means a piece of paper. Nothing, no more, no less. That's the difference. So for me, the more I learned about tarot, the more I started connecting my intuition with tarot together. And then I started, like, whatever is in the spirit realm, whatever is with demons, with the darkness, I started realizing that, hey, if some demons show up to me in my visions and I want to know who they are, or what they want, or what are they doing here, or what's their their mission, or whatever, I'm gonna use this to talk to them. This is what I'm gonna use. Because unfortunately in the spirit realm, they don't talk. They don't have this speech vibration, blah blah. They don't. It over there, it doesn't work like that. It's just how it is. It doesn't. If it was, everyone would hear them and talk to them, but they don't. They don't speak. Humans do speak, but they don't. So it's an amazing tool, and I know it's different for everyone. And again, it's connected to alchemy, and for me, alchemy, tarot, they go hand in hand. For me, they're all one. It's one group, and it's the same thing. It's the same thing. By the way, talking about alchemy, before I forget, so I put my a first video of alchemy in my YouTube as like an introduction, and then I just realized, well, I just was guided. Let's say I was guided because I was hesitant, and what I'm gonna do for alchemy, because I noticed that on the channel it's kind of it's maybe not everyone is into alchemy, and I want to speak to as many people as possible, and especially when it comes to the occult. So here's what I'm gonna do. All the alchemical content, anything that's alchemy, that's rich in information, I'm gonna put it on my Patreon for the monthly subscription for the last 2 tiers. So either the second tier, which is the Philosopher's Stone, or the third tier, which is the Magnum Opus. I'm gonna put all of that alchemical info. I do research all the time about alchemy. I'm always researching alchemy, and I know so much stuff that it just for me to put that into videos takes a long time, because it's a lot of intricate details. It's a lot of knowledge, and for me it's a work in progress. I'm reading every day. I'm doing research every day on that. That's my life. That's what I do all the time. So I'm gonna put that in Patreon for the hardcore people, the hardcore occultists who want to delve into alchemy, and they want to know more about alchemy, and I'm gonna put it there. And from time to time, I'm gonna put a video on YouTube that talks about alchemy, because I wanted to do a series of videos about alchemy in detail and how to use it for your transformation. But I don't think that's gonna work. These videos take a long time, and I don't think they resonate with a lot of people, because some people are not into alchemy. They find it difficult or complicated, or they don't. It just doesn't speak to them. Although everyone loves tarot, but the funny thing is that what people don't know is that tarot is alchemy. It's the same thing. That's the funny thing, because alchemy is based on imagery to begin with. So but it's something it's a little tweak. So if you want more alchemical knowledge, Patreon it is. Patreon subscription. That's where I'm gonna share more about alchemy. So let's move on. I'm gonna read some more of your comments or questions. Here. Infinite Health, thank you for the donation. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, Kisara. Infinite Health, Catherine, Connor, hi. Yes, I think I was exactly like that. Basically, your comment or question there, I was trying to be light, but I never agreed 100% with what that light people told me. I was like that. It's like you hear it, and then you're like, well, this is it because everyone is doing it. But then something in you know that's not it. You know there it's twisted, it's wrong, And unfortunately, even in the New Age spiritual community, I mean, these people are great and they're awesome, and they're trying to spread, let's say, love or oneness or whatever that is, but they're carrying with them a lot of religious dogmas without even knowing. They're carrying because most of the spiritual people are from a religious background, 100%. Almost every person I met who's spiritual, New Age, they're from a religious background. Almost. I've never met an atheist who became spiritual. I've never, at least me. Maybe you guys have, but I haven't. So unfortunately, they carry some of that stuff with them into New Age. There's even what's her name? Doreen Virtue, right? Doreen Virtue. She used to pop tarot decks all the time, and she's known for creating the most tarot decks out there. And then one day she just flipped her quotes, and she said, oops, I'm back to church. I'm all about Jesus right now, like so after being a New Age spiritual person for decades and creating many tarot decks, she decided to become religious again. Why? Because she was religious before becoming New Agey. She was religious, and people tend to carry with them the baggage that you're born with, whatever your household or the household you were born in, whatever religion was fed to you. Even when you become an adult and you're like, okay, I'm gonna make my own choices and I'm becoming spiritual from a New Age standpoint. But unfortunately, a lot of people carry with them these religious dogmas or aspects of them. That's why a lot of the New Age spiritual people still talk about angels and light, and it's twisted. It's like you're basically, just say you're a Christian. Why you bother? Why you bother saying that you're spiritual from a New Age standpoint? Just say you're a Christian. There's no need for you to try to be something that you're not. If you truly believe in angels and light, and they even say God and everything, if you're into that stuff, just be it. Don't be confused. Again, not to say that it's a bad thing, but this is something that unfortunately it's very common. It's very common. That's why you might meet spiritual people and they all work with tarot and smoke and crying, and they do rituals, but they still believe what the Bible is going to say. Not to say that the Bible doesn't have truths in it. All the religious books have hidden truths within them. But a lot of these people, they're still attached. They're attached to the past, and they're gonna start saying, "Oh, light and love, and I'm all about light, and I want to save the world." And I'm like, wait a second. So where does this kind of concept come from? It comes from religion. Religion is what tells you all the time to be light and loving. Isn't it religion? It is religion. All the monotheistic religions, that's what they say. They say you have to be light and loving. They have to become a doormat. Every religion tells you have to be a doormat. You have to be humble and be a doormat. That's what every religion is going to tell you. Christianity, Judaism, Islam, they all say that. All of them say it. So when you meet spiritual New Age people who are still using these terms, they're basically religious terms. It's kind of like, new. The New Age was trying to create something new. These people who created the New Age, dogmas, but they're kind of like, just, it's a mess. I see it as a big mess, and I was immersed in that mess. I was part of it. I was immersed in that mess. I used to say light all the time, light and love, light worker. I'm all about light. And then you embrace your darkness and you're like, what's the difference between that and being religious? I'll go into church on Sundays, praying 5 times a day. Is that it? That's the only difference? Because when you remove that, it's kind of the same thing, So a lot of concepts are misunderstood. They're very misunderstood. And if something within you, when you hear this stuff, and it's usually a lot of, unfortunately, most of human beings are sheeps. They want to follow. They want to follow something. They want to read something and follow. And unfortunately, if within you, again, the gifted ones, if something, you, the gifted ones, have that thing that tells you that, hey, wait a second. Trust that. You have to trust it. You cannot deny it just because your group of people is telling you to do something else. You have to trust it. You have to research it. And like what Sec Draco said here, if that intuition kicked in and you're like, no, I don't agree with this, there's something wrong here, trust it. It's because what you're thinking is right. Because you're using your mind, you're using your intuition, you're using your heart. So always trust that intuition. Again, the best example is with this Doreen virtue that I just mentioned. Imagine you're a big fan. I'm going to give you an example of me. Imagine like you love my content about darkness, and then and then imagine like 3 months from now, and I come back and I say, so guys, so I just realized that's I'm a Christian right now. I realized that Jesus is, And by the way, guys, I think Jesus was a cool human being. I really think he was cool. I think he was a good man. I love what a lot of the things Jesus said are cool. Does it make me worship him? Mm-mm. Does it make me think he's God? Absolutely not. But if he existed and if he said the things he said, I understand what he was trying to say, but people messed it up after he left. People messed up what he said. They took it and messed it up, So imagine it's like be careful who you're following and what you're hearing. Even the stuff I'm telling you, if it doesn't resonate with you, it's fine. Go find what resonates with you. Like even it applies to me as well. But imagine 3 months from now when I come and say, hey guys, I'm all about Jesus right now. I'm all about I'm all about the Bible, the holy book, and I go to the church. What's going to be your reaction, guys? You guys are going to be like, is he out of his flipping mind? What's wrong with him, right? You're probably going to wonder that. You're probably going to think he's gone crazy, So that's the thing. Just within the New Age community, there's a lot of people who are carrying religious dogmas. A lot of people. So if something doesn't resonate with you and you keep hearing light and love, it's like you hear it, all the time. And if you question it, it means your intuition is probably right. Give that trust to yourself. Give value to yourself. You shouldn't care if 50 other people are saying the opposite. What you say, what you believe, what comes to you, what you channel is probably what's right, and that's very important to become the master. A magician trusts his or her own intuition all the time. A real mage, they do not trust what others say just because some other people said that. They trust their own intuition. So here, Lara's World just purchased the book. Thank you so much, Lara. Thank you. Appreciate it. I really, really appreciate it. Can't wait to read it. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys, your support. Thank you very much. Yeah, like discerning evil, good, light, and dark. Exactly. These are all they're and in the book I mentioned this as well. They're like this. They're basically the same thing. If you really think about it, there's no separation. They're basically the same. Infinite Health said, what inspired you to write the book? Infinite Health is asking what inspired me to write the book. It's basically, I think I mentioned it in the passing, or I don't remember. Yeah, it's the most asked question. And it is a good sign. It is the most asked question because people are starting to wake up to the fact that there's something going on here. There's something wrong here. Why I don't trust this slight thing all the time. So like the funny thing is that most people, they would ask about is, yeah, I think there's something to this darkness you're talking about. How do I embrace it? How do I embrace it? I want to embrace it. How? I get asked all the time on YouTube, on TikTok, on social media, by emails, all the time. People are always asking, and I'm surprised that so many people ask about this. I'm actually very surprised. I didn't know that a lot of people were interested in knowing the other side, the hidden, the unseen, what's not there, the missing link to the equation. And I'm like, maybe the best way is to write an ebook that sums up what I know. And you read it, and you go through it, and you're like, done. I know what it is. You go through it, and then from there things become clear to you. It's not a complicated book. It's not an alchemical book because alchemy tends to be more complicated. It's an easy read that you're gonna go through it, and once you're done, you're gonna be like, oh, so that's what it is. And then things are going to clarify for you. It's just to clarify things for you. And like I made many YouTube talking about it, but I think put it in a book format will help people have like a nice body of work with them whenever they want, and they can go back to it at any time, right? But yeah, that's what helped me inspire the book, because I was actually writing the first book I was writing was about alchemy, and then I switched to how to embrace your darkness because people were asking me all the time. I'm like, okay, this has to happen. So I trusted that guidance and that again, that intuition that came to me, even though I was writing a book about alchemy. I kind of stopped it, and I'm like, no, this is not it. I have to do this. Discerning and finding that your inner GPS, following your inner GPS is always key. It's always key. Jennifer, good morning. Good morning. Yes, good morning. Here it's good evening, probably, or midnight, or Kisara, I'm working on embracing my darkness. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you very much. For sure. Yeah, myself and Ina, which as well. Ina, which understands this concept very, very, very well. And she knows it, and she can even see the darkness that comes from people. She can see it's the people who have that dark energy within them. I mean, including myself. She can see that, and not everyone has it. Not everyone. Some people do have that, and some people don't. But which can actually see it in people, and that energy is intimidating, is scary. I'm not gonna sugarcoat for you guys. It's not a fluffy energy. It's not fluffy. It's intense. It's intense, and for the real seers, for people who can see, they will know. Or that that's why even when I was normal back in my previous life, and not past reincarnation, just before becoming the mage I am, that's why even in a normal setting, people were still intimidated to talk to me or to approach me, and I always wondered why, and now I understand why. Because it's not like I'm gonna harm someone, I'm just there. But some people, like I think people they feel that energy, they feel it. So yeah. um, in your opinion, dreams feel sometimes more real than reality? Have you ever had crazy, unusual dreams? All the time. I have crazy. I said crazy. Crazy, unusual dreams all the time. The other day, I just actually dreamt of this demon. So we're gonna shift a little bit to talk about demons. I dreamt of this huge demon, this huge animal. Okay, and this animal, it was the size was like this. It was like almost this big. The size. It was massive, and it was almost as if a black panther and a black dog had a kid together. Like, kid you not, I know it sounds messed up, but it's like a mix between a black dog and a black panther. And this specimen was huge. It was massive, and it just showed up in my dreams, and it was staring at me. The face of that animal was here. It was right here, and it was staring dead in my eyes. And I'm like, what the hell is this? It was just staring. It was scary. That was a demon, because demons, some of the forms they can take on to manifest, to show up, to or to communicate, are black dogs. Also, these like black panthers. Like, but the panther, again, this panther was like a dog, but it was a panther at the same time. So it was really weird. Also, black snakes. If you see black snakes, that's also another sign that these demons can shape shift into these animals. They can shape shift, and they can try to communicate with you. And a lot of the dreams seem more real. And if anything, the virtual reality that we're living is actually this one. And the dream one, which is where we come from to begin with, is the real. As I told you earlier, that's where darkness is. Darkness is the foundation. It's where we come from. What we're living right now here, what we see, what we feel, is virtual. And this virtuality is just here to give us an experience of what is physicality. So what is physicality? We're seeing it right now. But actually, the dream state, when you go back to your dreams, when you go back to sleep, that's when you actually go back to the real world. That's the real world, where spirits, where demons, where all of these entities reside, and where you also come from. That's where you're from as well. So we go back to that, the dream world, to the spirit realm. We go back to it. We visit it every day for about 7 to 8 hours, depending on how many hours you sleep. We visit it every day, and we recharge our energy from it. Physically speaking, it manifests as rest in your body. Spiritually speaking, it manifests as you're recharging your spiritual energy in the spirit realm where you come from. You have to recharge whatever energy from where it comes from. So you go back there, you recharge your spirit, you come back while your body is resting. You see what I mean? Spiritual, physical. If the body, as above, so below. If the body rests or need rest, what about the spirit? Don't you think the spirit need rest? And that's why it goes back to the spirit realm to rest as well. And resting can mean something different. It doesn't mean that the spirit goes back there and does nothing, but it goes back to its origin form. So that gives it recharges it, because it's back to the source. You're back to the source. You charge yourself up, and you come back here. So I feel like the spirit realm, or the dream world, is actually the real world, and this world is the temporary video game we're in. It's a video game, and we're playing around, and we're doing different things, and that's what I think. Thank you, guys. Nightmare is here, just bought a copy. Thank you so much. Thank you, Nightmare is here. Thank you for your support. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. And I appreciate your support. You're always present in the lives, and you comment on the videos. And I really I appreciate your support so much. And thank you so much. I hope the help the book is gonna help, and it's gonna just clarify certain things for you and for everyone else. Polygzena, I would like to ask about what do you think about the theory that all the people is your mirror? I'm a bit confused about this concept. Thank you. Yes, Polygzena. This is if you go back. I'm gonna answer you, but I'm gonna also say that if you go back to my other live called the Hermetic Principles, and there's part one, part two. Part one is where I will elaborate on the second Hermetic principle, correspondence, that says as above, so below, as within, so without. So yes, this is a theory. It's actually it's a hermetic law. It's hermeticism, and it is true. It basically states that everything around you is a mirror of what you are. So if you're if you're having a very bad day, right, and you're gonna look inside within you, you're probably gonna find out that within you you're not feeling good, that you're feeling negative, that you're not feeling good, and that's why that energy is manifesting around you. So if you feel upset or frustrated or angry or you're not at peace, you're going to go out and everything around is falling apart. You're going to meet angry people, you're going to also meet frustrated people, you're going to meet rude people. That thing that's within you, because everything is energy, and whatever is within is without. So as within, so without. So everything that's out there is a reflection of what you are to a certain extent. Because, for example, if your life intersects with some other person's life, let's say it's a coworker, you're having a beautiful day, your mirror, let's call it your mirror, since you asked the question, you said mirror, let's say your mirror is fantastic. You woke up in the morning, you're having a beautiful day, everything's great, deep within you, you're feeling good, you go to work, there's this coworker, and this is the opposite. Their reality, their mirror is messed up, it's negative, there's a lot of anger, there's a lot of frustration. So you need to keep in mind that when you intersect with that coworker, one or the other, okay, both of you are going to affect each other. It's either you're going to affect their reality with the positivity that you have, or they're going to affect your reality with the negativity that they have. So you have to be very careful. And that's why I always say, keep yourself distant, distance yourself away from these people who drag you down. You cannot spend and be with people who are always negative, who are always who are toxic, because they're gonna affect your reality. Even though your reality is amazing, they're gonna affect it because there's an interaction happening. But you can also affect their reality. You can make them feel positive. You can make them feel happy because it works both ways. So just remember that. So yes, everything is a reflection of you, but it's also a reflection of other people and other people and other people and other people and 7 billion people on the planet. There's so that if there is 7 billion people on the planet, that means there's 7 billion reflections happening at the same time. And as a mage, as a true mage that you're supposed to be per se, let's just say as an example, not to say that you have to be a mage. A true mage knows how to keep that mirror that you mentioned, keep it safe, keep it clean. At most times, if not all the time, you try to keep it as clean as possible most of the time. That's your duty for life. You have to try, because there's always going to be some other people who are going to try to mess that mirror, that reality. They're going to try to come and mess it up for you. So like a gifted person, an aware person, someone who's fully activated will not be affected by those kind of those other mirrors, those other realities. So I know it's philosophical, it's a little bit complicated, but I admit it's not an easy concept to understand, because there's so many of us. There's 7 billion human beings and animals and insects and plants and trees and fish and water. So there's a lot of stuff going on. So yeah, so it's kind of hard to understand that. Let's see, but I hope that answered that. I hope that answered the question. Almanac was searching my deck, never use it. Death and Emperor. Yeah. Death is transformation. Death is a very, very it's a beautiful card. Death is a beautiful card. Death Death represents alchemy. It is alchemy. It is the art of transmutation. It makes you die. It makes you transform. It makes you shed the layers that you picked up from somewhere and that you don't need anymore. So that death, that transformation, the moment you go through that death, and I went through it back in the day, then your essence, the essence that makes you who you are, that pure essence, is the only thing that's left. And then you work with it. And then you work with it. And then you do with it whatever you want, because now it's your journey, it's your reality. But before you can start that journey, and again, I'm gonna be sharing this in Patreon because I'm writing about it. I might put this alchemical stuff in my second book, but I just discovered something. But it's funny because I realized that's how it worked for me, but it worked that way without even me knowing it. But now I know that it's a kind of a rule. And this rule, I'm going to sum it up for you guys. You have to realize that a transformation to become a mage or a powerful being. Are you ready to hear this? This maybe a lot of people are not ready to hear this, but I'm going to say it. It's okay. You might remember it, you might not remember it, but I'm actually writing about it. This thing is that the transformation process cannot kick in, even though if you wanna kick it in, even though if you want to start it, unless there's one condition that's necessary for the transformation to happen. You have to cleanse your, not spirit. That's the next step that comes later. You have to cleanse your physical body. You have to cleanse your physical body. What do I mean by cleanse your physical body? Well, you have to get rid of any toxicity or any toxic, unpleasant, destructive, bad stuff that you're doing to your body now. Maybe some of the stuff that you don't know, you yourself don't know. Unless you do that, even though you want to transform, it's not going to happen. And I'm talking about people who want to become the real deal thing. So let me elaborate. Alcohol, cut. Cigarettes, cut. Weed, cut. Psychedelics, cut. Junk food, cut. Eating meat, cut. Eating crappy food, cut. Eating oils and salts and artificial food, cut. Eating artificial stuff that are packaged, that are from the supermarket, that are in cans or any form of packaging, cut. Exercise every day. Run all the time. Your physical body have to be cleansed. It has to be cleansed. And unless you do that, you can't even if you want to start the transformation journey, it's not going to happen. And guys, I've been through that. I just never share it. I've been through it. And Ina Witch has been through it even harder. But these are the things that we don't talk about this, because these are some of those things that are better kept silent, because they're not for everyone. Eliphas Levi said it as well. You have to be silent sometimes. These are initiation things that in ancient Egypt, you would only be taught this in a temple of initiation. Why do you think these emperors and empresses and these masters were badass? They were badass for a reason. So this is a little nugget of information. I'm going to keep it there. Here's a little nugget. I gave you a little nugget, and I'll let you guys work with it. But I'm gonna write more about this stuff on Patreon, and I might put all of this in a book in the upcoming months. as well. Let's see what else do we have here. Searching. Yeah, Jennifer said tarot is a great tool. Kisara 1111, amazing. I love 1111 numerology alignments. This is supposed to happen. Absolutely. Wendy, hello. Thank you for joining the chat. Hello, hello. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, thank you. We're having a great day, and thank you for joining. Kisara said she had a lot of her tarot. Doreen, yeah. It's like she produced a lot of decks, a lot, like a lot of decks, and I think she still makes decks right now, but they're more religious. They're more Christian related decks or something like that. I'm not sure, but I've heard of that years ago. It is. Kisara said, "Oh my God, why do you think religion is thriving around the world?" Because it's probably one of the best brainwashing tool that exists out there is religion. Religion is crazy. These creators, these bastards who created religion around good people who just meant good. These people like Jesus and Buddha and all of these sages and Muhammad and all of them, they just made good. They were good sages who were trying to help. But these bastards after them, after they left, these bastards who came after and made religion what it is today, well, they're smart. I gotta give them that. They're smart. Smartness, they have it. I gotta give them that because they created the most efficient brainwashing tool that can ever exist. And they succeeded. They succeeded in doing it. So it takes a lot of strength and courage and power to get rid of that brainwashing. It takes a lot, and it takes years. It takes years and years sometimes to throw that in the garbage. It takes years. And it's funny, but these religions have a lot of truths in them, but the truths are very twisted. They're manipulated for control. So they can control humans. So it's very ironic. Like I find it funny. I find it really funny. Hello. Yes. In the occult, you're in or out. Absolutely, yeah. In the occult, it's like there's no going back. There's no, because the more you find out, the more you realize that you don't know, and then you try and you seek some more, and then you realize, oh, you don't know, and then you seek some more, and you might find some answers, and you're like, oh God, like this is. I don't know. I need to. It keeps you going. The occult keeps you going on. More and more. It keeps moving forward. I see it in tarot as the chariot card. It's like that chariot. You're riding your chariot, and then you're just moving forward all the time. And that's why it's hard to go back. It's hard to stop and see back. And why do you want to go back to the past? There's no past, and there's no future. There's what matters is what you're doing right now. So why do you want to go back to where you were? So with the cult gives you that kind of drive. It gives you that kind of that push, or that I'm trying to find the word. It gives you that energy that keeps you moving forward. I love it, and I love it. I maybe it's someone, but I adore it. I think it's amazing. Essentially, I believe that every way takes you to divinity. Yeah, whatever called the thing is believed in these books. Yeah. It's like to reach that divinity, and that kind of like it's kind of getting to understand that's this spirit and this dark and this light and this physical reality and spiritual reality or spirit realm or demons, is to understand that they are different, but they're the same. All the moment you start creating this twisted duality is good. Duality is fine. I have no problem with duality. And we have it in the Hermetic principles as well. We have the principle of polarity. They call it polarity. It's basically two things, two opposites. But twisted duality that they feed people, that I don't like. Twisted duality, which is like, no, light is good, dark is bad. No, angels are good, demons are bad. No, God is good, God. Well, who's God, by the way? Oh, first of all, he's a male. Oh yeah, why isn't he a woman? Why he's gotta be a male? Oh, no, we're not gonna question that. No, we're not allowed to question that. No, okay. Because as far as I know, the word God in every language you check, it's masculine. It's not feminine. Okay, we're not allowed to ask that. Okay, sure. So God is good and Lucifer is bad. Okay, cool. So it's either black or white. No. Yes, duality exists, but there's also gray, and that's why I like it. I really like Eastern cultures where they don't have this concept of bad or good. You have Brahma and you have Shiva. Shiva destruction, Brahma creation. Both of them, they can interchange the roles. No one is good, no one is bad. In Indonesia, in Bali, they have Barong, they have Rangda. They say Rangda is a witch and she's evil. They say Barong, he's good and he's a helpful spirit. But they worship both. They say Balinesian people say they're both necessary and they're both equal. I've never heard of a Balinesian people saying, "Oh, look at that, that witch Rangda. She's an evil. She's bad." No, it's like it's the yin and yang. They exist. They're both there. Why is it in the Western Hemisphere where we're trying so hard to make you believe that only one side is right? And then you wonder why human beings have wars. You wonder why they have hatred. Because it's always my favorite religion, my number one, my religion is the best. My country is the best. My flag is the best. My language is the best. My kind of people are the best. What a load of bullshit, nonsense, bull crap. All of these things, like these things that make you kind of separate, all of them, country, flag, language, religion, to me, just to me, I'm not saying that has to be your case. To me, they're bullshit. BS. They're all BS. Whoever created them, it's BS. To me. Nationality, where you come from, where you don't come from, what you speak, what you don't speak, like the language, the culture. Sure, culture can be interesting, but it ends there. Because the more you dig in and you say, my culture is better than your culture, my culture, we have this, your culture, you don't have that. That's it. Well, here we go. Here's another war. We're starting wars again. There you go. It starts there. It starts as small as that. And that's what religions do. These monotheistic religions, that's what they do. Unfortunately, that's the goal. So I am not a big fan of these monotheistic religions. I'm such not a fan at all, So let's see here. Let's see some other comments, some other questions. Ancient Dragonfly, not all angels are good, not all demons are bad. Exactly, yeah. If you go and check, I have a video about demons called the Demons of Solomon's, or Demons and Spirits Explained. I talk about the origin even of the word demon, that it means daemon, and that they were all the same thing in the beginning. They were all working under the same boss, and they're supernatural beings. They're highly evolved beings that came from another planet. They're not from Earth. I explain all of this. If you go check my previous YouTube videos, you can find more information on that subject. But again, creating these words, it's these monotheistic religions, and Judaism started with this. They're the ones who started by saying, we're gonna call them two things, angels and demons. Prior to that, they were called daemons. They were not called angels or demons. That thing didn't exist. The separation did not exist. Unfortunately, it started with like that. So that's my opinion. That's what I know based on my research. Um, hello, everyone. Hi. I'm trying to see if there is. Yes. Lara's World, thank you so much. Moon Lover, hi, thank you for joining the chat. Lara's World, you're very, thank you for your support. You're very sweet. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. Thank you, Lara. Thank you so much. Thank you. You guys are awesome. You guys are really, really cool. Thank you, Moon Lover. Um, Kisara, if you dreamt about invoking demons, that means it's probably a sign that you need to do them, that you need to do it, because these entities can help you. These entities can help you, and they can support you if you do your ritual, and if you had a dream about it. Using a complicated circle, that's a transmutation circle. That's a sigil. That's a sigil to invoke that specific demon. If they were giving you this vision of this circle or this sigil, basically to use for the ritual, that means that they want to communicate with you. But you have to remember to always, and this is again for Kisara, to remember what the feeling that came out with it, because in the spirit realm there's always, there's benevolent entities, there's neutral entities, and there is malicious entities. So how did this dream that you saw, how was the feeling? Did you feel that it was that it was the vibe, the feeling? Was it good, or did it feel harmless or harmful? See how you felt about the dream first, and then do the ritual. If you think that the entity actually intends to help you, then you can do the ritual to invoke them. But if you feel like they were trying to trick you, I wouldn't do it. So just kind of use your intuition, your discernment. Remember how did that dream feel? Did it feel safe? Did it feel positive, or did it feel negative? But the fact that they showed up is that they want to communicate, because you're the gifted one. So they want to communicate with you. I'm just reading through the comments. There's a lot of comments here. Thank you, guys. Thank you for the beautiful comments, for the kind words. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Here, this is interesting. Okay, is this Almanac 13 said Kisara had a dream fighting giant gray winged demon, but I believe it was my dream was influenced by an old anime Twilight. Long time ago, like more than 2 decades ago, when I was a teenager, I actually watched this anime about alchemy. It was my first interaction with alchemy, which was quite fascinating. I think it was called Full Metal Alchemists, and before I even knew anything about alchemy, it's funny that my first interaction with alchemy was through an anime. And for you guys who don't know what anime is, it's a Japanese cartoon. It's a cartoon that's made by Japanese people. And I lived in Japan before, and I'm very accustomed to the Japanese culture. It's even like my it's like my second original culture, if you will, because I lived there for a long period of time, and I speak the language and all of that. And anyways, did a whole bunch of things, lived there, did everything, studied, worked, all of it, so yeah, but that was my first interest. So the reason why I'm bringing this up is to say that there's no coincidences. It could be something you see in a cartoon, but it might actually mean something to you. There is no randomness, there's no coincidences, especially the things that are happening with a nudge of intuition. When they happen with a nudge of intuition, for me, this cartoon about alchemy, this anime, I just realized actually just a few months ago that was the universe trying to push me towards this direction, all the way from back then, all the way from decades ago. And I was shocked to realize that was the connection. because it was one of my favorite cartoons of all time. It was my favorite, or I think I have 2 or 3 favorite cartoons, and it's one of my favorites. And it's about alchemy, and it's random that it's about alchemy. But then I just realized that it's not actually random that it's about alchemy, and now I know why I liked it so much. So if you guys are obsessed with a cartoon or an anime that have demons, there's a reason why, you know. So remember to keep that in check. There's no coincidences for these things, you know. Okay, I'm trying to read the comments here. Polixena, thank you. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Okay. Yeah, religion is organized. It's a cover up. Yeah, definitely. There's something fishy in there. There's something fishy for sure. For sure. Definitely like yeah, Lily Sanchez, in the occult, there's misinformation. Of course, yeah, there's misinformation. That's why it's always the best way that someone or a true mage can deal with this is to and I keep saying all the time is to carve your own journey. You can't follow anyone. You build your own path, your own journey, and you create it from you create your own thing that works for you. That's it. That's it's okay. You know what? Just let me clarify here. If people want to be religious, they can go and be religious. Like who cares? You know, who cares? You be religious if you want to be religious. You know, like if you wanna be occultist or religious, or these things I'm sharing with you are my opinions. I'm not here to prove anything, and I have nothing to prove. I have zero thing to prove to anyone, and I don't care. Like honestly, guys, like it's again, I'm gonna start using darkness as I'm talking right now. So if you guys want to know what darkness is really about, here I am. I'm gonna start using it right now, guys. I don't care. I don't care if you're religious. I don't care if you're into the occult. I don't care if religion works for you. I don't care if misinformation works or doesn't work for you. It's your free will. First of all, why would I care? It's not my life. It's your life. Why would I care? I am here just to share my perspective because I'm building my own life. And the only thing that matters to me is my own life. Your own life matters to you. It doesn't matter to me. To me, I'm putting things out there. And if it can benefit you one way or another, cool. It ends there. I'm not here to try to prove anything to anyone or to prove that my opinion is that religion is a load of bullcrap, right? But that's my opinion. It's not anyone else's opinion. It's mine. For the people who don't agree, I don't care. If you don't agree, then it's fine. You can go to the church, go to the mosque, go to the synagogue, go to your temple, pray, do whatever you want. Like, that's what I mean also by saying I'm not here to change the world. I'm not here. And that's the difference, that religious people piss me off when they start preaching religion, because religious people want you to follow their religion, or else you're gonna go to hell and burn. You know, that's the beef I have with this religious concepts, because be religious. I don't give a crap. I don't give a crap if you believe in angels and a god with a white beard and he's white and he's sitting on a white light and it's all white about him. And of course, I didn't say anything racist here, but he's white. He's all white, and everything's white around him. It's okay. Go worship that stuff, but don't come and tell me that that's good or bad, or that's what's good and that's what's not good. I don't give a crap. I don't give a crap. Zero craps. I have no craps to give at all. You know, that's darkness, because that's how I think. That's how I am, and I'm saying it. So, you know, for the people who, like, many times too, it's like these people come in the comment section and TikTok and in YouTube, and they start saying, "Oh, but my religion is like this." I don't even answer them. I'm like, well, I think you're in. I think you're barking at the wrong tree. Are you think I'm religious? Like, what is your benefit from you telling me that in your religion this is not it? What's the benefit that you think you're having from that? What benefit do you think you're having from that? You think you're changing the world by telling me that your religion is good, or that your religion is better, or that your religion has something better than another religion? You think you're changing the world? You think you're reaching enlightenment? Let's see. Let's see how it's gonna go. Tell me about it. Tell me about it when when you're in your deathbed. I want to know how it's gonna go. I want to see this heaven that you're gonna go to. So these paths, and I'm talking to only the mages here, to the dark mages. You guys, the aware ones, the smart ones, the ones who know the meaning behind the lines. These are the people I'm talking to. Period. I'm not talking to the rest of humanity. I'm talking just to the smart ones, the ones who understand what I'm saying. Because followers are everywhere. You can go follow New Age, follow other religion. It's all good. So, but it's good to always use the mind. It's the best gift that we have. The first Hermetic principle, mentalism. The mind is all. All is mind. Use your mind for everything. Use your mind. It's the best gift. The mind and the body is the best gifts in this physical reality because they're physical. So use them to discern and create your own reality. The moment you start following someone else, that's it. You're a sheep. That's it. You're not a master anymore. You're not. You might start by following someone, but later on, you always have to carve your own journey. You have to carve it like a sculpture with your own hands from scratch. That's how you succeed. Otherwise, you're going to keep reincarnating on Earth, or a shittier version than Earth, over and over and over and over. And in another lifetime, you're going to follow another religion on that Earth. And in another lifetime, you're going to follow another religion on another dimension from that Earth or that planet. And then you're all about, oh, the religion said this and that. This is. But you know what? Who cares? Like if that's what gives you peace. You know how many religion? I come from a religious family. For the heck of it, I don't even need to go to France. I come from a religious family. Do you think I go to them and tell them, hey, don't be religious? I don't care. They're religious. They pray to their God. They do their thing, their religious thing. I don't care. I really don't care, But I'm speaking to the people who want to activate their true powers, their gifts, the dark mages, the people who have something that's different from the rest of the sheep. And that's darkness. That's how I talk using darkness. See, it's not fluffy. There's nothing fluffy about it. It hurts. And some people might not like it. And some people are going to be like, and I don't care. I still don't care. It's whatever. It's like whatever. Because whatever I'm doing it for me. And then I'm sharing it with you. And you guys, if it helps you, amazing. If it doesn't, still amazing. That's it. That's all there is to it. And I'm going to move on. Because this, like it's good to clarify that the moment you try to prove something, that's when your fall starts. The moment you start to try to prove something, that's when you're gonna just go down, because that's how actually religious people are. For religious people, that's how they are. At least that's why I still like New Age and spirituality. It's still really cool, because at least no one. Well, what I like about New Age and spirituality compared to religion is that these people are not going to force spirituality on you. They're still going to be like, well, I'm a light worker, love and light, and it ends there. They don't go trying to impose their beliefs on other people. And there's nothing that gets on my nerves other than when someone tried to impose their beliefs on me. it really, like, it doesn't sit well in my mind. I don't like it at all. I don't. So that's what I have to say about it. Let's move on and see what we have here. So, hi, Death Metal Punk 666. Hello, hello. Hi, thank you for joining the chat. Thank you. Oh, I thought Death Metal Punk. I thought you were there, but I guess you just joined. Thank you for joining. Thank you, guys. Thank you. The power of mind is actually. Jennifer, do you consider yourself a warlock, Wiccan? No, no, I don't. I actually, I love these traditions, like the Wiccan tradition, and again, even New Age spirituality. All of these things that are they're breaking this stale, this dingy old religious dogmas. They're kind of breaking through them. They're destroying them. I love that. I have respect for that, So I don't consider myself as a Wiccan. But I have a huge respect for witches. And again, I said in my previous video, I think witches are alchemists, but they're plant alchemists as well. I call myself a witch as well. By the way, I don't say it in my videos a lot, but I'm totally fine being called a witch or warlock. Warlock, I think, I'm not sure. It's all words. It's all definitions. I prefer the word mage. I prefer because it comes for me with the tarot, major arcana, magician. I like that. So magician, mage, magus, the magus of power. I like to use that word. And again, it's because I know for Wicca it's a practice. It's also a set of rules. For me, I'm creating my own rules. I'm creating my own set of practice. I don't follow anyone. It's okay if people want to practice a certain regime. My only beef with religion, and again, I don't care if religious people practice religion. And when I say religion, I mean the three monotheistic religion. So every time, guys, I say religion, I mean the three ones. That's what I mean. My beef with them, and I don't care if people practice them. I really don't care. My beef with them is that these three religions, I think some of you said it earlier, they have an agenda. They try to impose on humans' free will certain beliefs and rules. And that I don't like. Any other religion or dogma that doesn't do that, I'm fine with it. I'm cool. If anything, I respect it, And there's many Eastern philosophies and Eastern religions, and there is Buddhism, Hinduism, Taoism, Shintoism in the East, and no one is imposing anything, maybe to a certain extent. I'm not sure about the details of what's going on there, but from what I know, compared to these three religions, like, it's insane. These three religions are obsessed with imposing. They just want to impose. I gotta impose on you what I believe, or else I don't approve of you. That's what I don't like. But Wiccans are awesome. Anything that has to do with regaining our power as witches, as mages, as those powers is amazing. More witches, alchemists used to be burnt in the medieval times because of religion. What do you think the Inquisition is? It's Christianity. It's religion again. They're the ones who burnt us. Guys, if us were alive back then, we would be burnt now. We would hide who we are as much as possible. Can you imagine the insanity of that? Like the craziness of this thing? Just because you don't believe in the God that I'm telling you to believe, I'm gonna burn you. Can you imagine? Or if you don't believe in my God, I'm gonna cut off your head, or I don't know what they have in some other, it doesn't make any sense to me. It's the closest behavior to what's the word? Primitive, stupid, dumb, like amoeba. Like even an amoeba is smarter. Even a tiny insect. I think an ant has more brain than people who do that stuff or who did that stuff before. I think even an ants are awesome. By the way, I'm sure they're way smarter, way smarter. So so yeah. I don't consider myself as weakened, but I respect these dogmas so much, and yes, like I think they're cool. They what they do, and just the exploration, what they explore, what they do, what's it's different. It's different. It's refreshing. It allows you to connect your spirit, to be in touch with your intuition. Of course, why not? It's awesome. I think it's great. Yeah, VK, is there anything that is above diamonds? Yeah, like I mentioned it in one of my videos. So I think it's a race. It's a race of beings that came and they had a boss. So this thing that was above the diamonds, it was their boss. Basically, if we go to the Anunnaki story, that boss would be Enlil or An. They're the big bosses. They were the master bosses. The diamonds are all the workers. The generals. Let's call them generals that are in charge of everything. So this higher person who's above the diamonds, but I think they're all the same race. If we take the example of the Anunnaki, because it's one of the oldest religions that we have out there, and it's probably Enki or An. They're like the big masters of the whole thing. So think of CEO and workers, something like that. That's what I think. I love your jewelry. Thank you so much. Jewelry, protective jewelry, like any jewelry that helps you protect yourself, express yourself, uh, be who you are. Be who you are. Enjoy who you are. For years and years and decades and decades and decades and decades, I've been always trying to dress up so normal, just like any other human being. And now it's fine. And again, I'm not here to preach. I'm not here to prove. I don't have anything against people who wear normal stuff, and I don't care about people who wear normal stuff. I don't care at all. I'm talking about myself. For me, I used to wear that stuff, and I realize right now, what the heck? Like, there's so many ways to be creative with your looks, with what you wear, with your jewelry. There's so many ways. Let's be creative. The witches, the mages, the alchemists, these creative, we're creative people. We are creative. Why don't we apply it to the way we look? Let's be creative with it. Well, why not? Like, creativity is like it nourishes our soul. Creativity keeps us alive. So why do we want to kill it and go wear what everyone else is wearing? Why are we obsessed with being like everyone else? Where did this obsession come from? So yeah, and this jewelry, a lot of it is actually protective and charged with my energy and have certain purpose. Each jewelry have a certain purpose. I might do another video about it in the future. Let's see here. Let's see here. Let's see here. Yes, Wendy Love said the power of the mind, the most incredible tool you can ever. Wendy, this is so true, and it's so underrated, and so many people don't understand it. The kind of stuff our minds can do is crazy, and it's so underrated. It's so underrated. Unfortunately, it can give you power, it gives you creativity, it gives you smartness, it gives you the reality you're living. It helps you create the reality you're living. Everything from the mind. Everything. At least when we talk about physical reality, at least the mind is right there for sure for physical reality. um Thank you, guys. Thank you, Wendy. Thank you, everyone, for the. I like you guys are chatting, are talking. It's amazing. Wendy loves ants. Yeah, I like the ants emoji. Ants are bees. I have so much fascination with these two insects. I believe they're insects. They're mesmerizing. They're ants and bees are mesmerizing. Like, these guys are like, wow, they're amazing. There's so much we can learn from these two species, honestly. But yeah, like Ines, can you please share some info on your jewelry, why you wear it, and how you use it in your practice? So I use it as a, see, for example, I'm gonna take one of my favorite old timers, the Seal of Solomon, or it's like the hexagram, if you will. Like this is already this. I wear it all the time. It's a transmutation circle that's on me all the time. So if I want to invoke anything, if I want to do a ritual anywhere I go, this is with me all the time. Uh, so I use it to for this is the intention I have here for this ring when I wear it is full maximum protection. That means, and I wear this all the time. That means when I wear this all the time, I know there's no harm that's gonna come to me. No harm, nothing, zero, zero, never. It's not gonna come. So to wear jewelry that have that sort of energy can help in your daily life. It can help you give you courage. For example, this ring, this one here, this beautiful, beautiful Zoltanite ring. This for me represents positivity, energy. When I feel like on days, like even for example on this live, when I know that I'm gonna require energy to channel, to talk, because sometimes the things I say, I don't know where they're coming from. I'm just talking. It's like for tarot readings. It's like you channel and you don't know what you're saying. And sometimes I rewatch the live a few days later, and I'm like, I said that. Like wait a second, when did I say that? So this helps me with positive energy, with kind of the energy. If you feel like you're a little bit low on energy, this ring, it's always going to help me channel that energy to come through and to kind of use it to channel. So these rings, I use them, each one of them have a purpose. Same for these jewelry, I'm gonna do another, I think, either live or just video in general, where I can explain how you can use jewelry in your practice. Not all jewelry have to have crystals. Crystals are beautiful; they're awesome, but not all spiritual jewelry have to have crystals in them. Some of them can have crystals, and some of them can have metal. Some of them can have copper. Some of them can have silver. Some of them can have gold. It can use almost leather. I even wear leather, if you notice. Some of them can have leather as well. It could be they're all organic materials at the end of the day that come from Earth. So you can use them to connect to Earth and to help you with your practice. Death Metal Punk 666, could you recommend any tarot decks that are beginner friendly and connect to the underworld? Beginner friendly, connect to the underworld. I think this probably Ina, which would have had a lot of suggestion because she knows a lot of tarot decks. But I'm actually gonna, because I decided this came to me. So to connect to the underworld and friendly at the same time, I think, and maybe my suggestion is not the best. Maybe if you guys know some other tarot decks, you can tell Death Metal Punk 666 what he can. But I think the Thoth deck is a good one. I think. Because I love the imagery on it and the messages. For example, this is the Chariot card. They're very colorful. They're nice. They have a little bottom. They also have symbology, alchemical imagery. It was made by Aleister Crowley, and he worked for a very, very long time on it, like I think a decade to make this tarot deck. So this tarot deck is really cool. I like it a lot. I think it's friendly in the sense that, I mean, you can use red or white, but you want to connect to the underworld and to demons and to darkness. The ultimate one is the Hermetic, for sure. For me, that's what I would recommend. Is it for you? Is it not for you? I'm not sure. This would be my first recommendation. This is a little bit advanced. I think this is advanced, and But even if it's advanced, you can get your own and play with it, pull some cards, see what comes through. But I think the Thoth deck can be a good start for you. Feeling your energy, just because. And again, thank you again so much for your support. You join most of the lives all the time, and I appreciate it. Feeling your energy just from your name and from the way you write, I feel that this could be a good start for you. But if you're a tarot person and if that's your tool, for you in the future, this is it. Like 1,000% is the Hermetic deck for sure. But if you want something friendly for beginners, I think the Thoth deck. If you guys have any other suggestions, you can tell him. You can probably use the Rider White as well. Like why not? Rider White can help you connect to the underworld if you use it in your own way. But that's what I would have to say right now. Um, yeah, well, yeah, it's yeah. We're gonna Wendy. Yeah, We're gonna do live very soon. So expect it to be end of the week. End of the week. We're probably gonna go live and do the haunted objects live session. We're really looking forward to that. So we're just working on it. We're both busy with a bunch of stuff, and we're just trying to find the right time that works for both of us, so we can meet and do the live. But it's coming up very soon. I would say expect end of the week, end of this week. So probably like the Sunday, Saturday, or Sunday, probably. But it's gonna be. I'm looking forward to that. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be really fun. Uh, so. Yeah, the Hermetic deck is amazing. It's amazing, and it's full of the it's full of wisdom. This deck has so much wisdom in it, and it's like I'm learning from it every day. Even I can pick any card and look at it and still find something new even now. It's a never learning process. It's going on forever. Um, Yes, in China Dragon Valley. Yeah, religious beliefs caused a lot of wars, unfortunately. A lot of wars, a lot of tortures, killings, burning. Unfortunately, but it happened. It's just I don't understand. Unfortunately. Uh Death Metal Punk, thank you so much for recommendation. Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, like the Rider White. If you're I myself don't use the Rider White. I think I've used it few times, just very very few times. The Rider White. Um, I know the meaning of the cards on the Rider White deck, but I never I don't use it. I don't use it at all. I don't even own it. I don't have one. But yeah, me too. Like for the Hermetic deck, I take it everywhere all the time with me, all the time. So guys, this is where I think right now, if you have any questions, I want to give you some tarot readings and pick some of your questions. If you have a question, I can answer them for you guys. If you have some, if you don't, it's okay. Then I'll for you. But if you do, I can answer some questions for you using. I'm gonna actually start using. For now, I'm gonna use the Thoth deck, the Crawley deck. I might switch to the Hermetic, but yeah, like let me know if you have some questions. I'm gonna light up some smoke here, and then I'll let you guys write if you have some questions. Your questions, please make sure they're precise. Make sure that the less general they are, the better it is, because I want to answer everyone. Well, I'm not sure if all of you have questions. Maybe just some of you have questions. Let's, yes, so I'm just like lighting up a candle here. Okay, just have some smoke. Okay, Wendy, question. What message does the underworld have for me? Give me a second. All right, so open the portal. Let's go. Message from the underworld for Wendy. Let's do this. Let's do this and see what the underworld has in store for you, for Wendy. Okay. So let's see here. All right. Prudence and then do it. So I see here, so there's some interesting cards came up here. So I see that there is some sort of confusion. So hold on. Message from the underworld. The underworld is like, I see there's some sort of confusion between certain, so there's 4 entities, okay? There's 4 entities that want to connect with you from the underworld. But there's a sort of confusion. And this confusion is like, I want to show you the cards that I got for you. These are the cards. So this card definitely represents the underworld. The connection is there. The connection is there. It's established. This card for me, and you see those 4 entities there. That's how I saw the 4 demons. There's like 4 entities in there. So you have 4 entities. You have 4 demons that are trying to connect with you, but there's a sort of confusion about if you want to establish this connection or not. They're there, and especially one of them. See the big one right there? The big one, there's a powerful one, or maybe this one is more like close to you. He or she. I sense masculine energy. It's like a he. It's like he wants to connect with you, and there's 3 other ones, but one prominent one. But the confusion that I sense is if you want to establish that connection or not. So you have to realize that, do you want that connection or not? The bottom of the deck here had the Prince of Wands reversed. So I feel like you don't want that connection for some reason. It's like I sense a confusion. It's like the word that keeps coming to me is confusion. Do you want that connection? I would say, here's what I would say. I would say that right now, you keep it as is. There's no need for you to make that decision. Don't invoke. Don't do the ritual. Keep it as is for now. Let it sit. Give it some time and see how you feel about this connection with these 4 demons that are from the underworld. They want to be with you. They want to help you. They want to support you. Do you want them to be around? Because their energy is quite intense. See here, this Princess of Wands that's reversed. If you let them help you, look at that. That's who you're gonna become. That's who you're like the power that you're gonna have is crazy. It's almost like it's like this thing that's gonna emerge, you know, it's like this explosion of energy that's gonna come from you. But I see that you're unsure about this connection, so let it sit 1 week. Give it 1 week. And if you think you want this, because the connection is gonna be very strong to these entities, if you think you want this connection, do the ritual, do your invocations, make the connection, and that the power is going to be crazy. The power is going to be insane. So that's what I have for you, Wendy. Let's move on to the next, and I'm going to actually just, let's see. Oh, where was here? Oh, yeah. Okay, let's see here. Death Metal Punk 666. What are the creatures that come to me at night over the last days trying to tell me what to do? So these spirits or these entities, what are they trying to tell you? They've been coming to you the last days. Let's see what they have for you. So, all right. You have to, so for death metal punk 666, you need, it's time to unlearn. It's time to unlearn everything. And it's time to, the bottom of the deck here, it's time to become the fool. It's time to become the fool and unlearn everything that you think you know. It's time to create your own, we were talking about this earlier, create your own journey, create your own thing, your own dogma, your own rules. They want to tell you that there's sadness here. There's sadness. There is kind of like there is misery, but there's also this sadness. It's like sadness, but it takes you to this powerful dark energy. You're a master of darkness, but you're not kind of reaching it. You're not accessing that darkness. And the only way for you to access that darkness, it's available for you, but you're not utilizing properly. The only way to access it is, here the Fool card came. You have to embark on the journey of the Fool. The Fool, we're all fools, and when we decide to embark on our journey, a fool just goes. He just goes with the wind. He or she just goes with the wind. Wherever the wind takes them, that's how they learn, that's how they grow, and they try to get rid and destroy any rules or any dogmas or any beliefs that they have. They get rid of them. That's why they become fools. We call someone a fool. A fool is someone who's foolish, who do things that don't make sense. Well, guess what? In this journey to mastery, nothing makes sense. Nothing. And that's why being like the fool and going with the wind and starting carving your own journey is the way to become the master. That's the way for you, you know. And once you do that, once you do so, you're gonna access this darkness here that's awaiting for you, because this darkness wants it's yours. It's like a darkness that belongs to you. It's there. It's like it's in a shelf. It's in the shelf and it's there, but you're not accessing it. You're not grabbing it. You're not using it. You have to unlearn everything, start your journey, and then that darkness is going to be there for you to grab, because it's yours. It belongs to you. And when you do that, what's going to happen? You know what this card is here? That's reversed. It's reversed because you're not the star right now. But the moment you're going to do what I just mentioned, star card, you're going to become the star. One of the most badass cards out there. And it's also Aquarian. It's the wind elements again, to be as windy, as airy as possible. And that's how you become who you truly are. So that's the message I have for you. But good. That's great. Let's see what we have next here. Nightmares here says, thanks for the guidance. Can I get some message from Leviathan and Moloch? Leviathan and Moloch. We want a message from them for Nightmares here. I started shuffling kind of in a weird way. Okay, we want a message for Nightmares here for Moloch. Okay, let's see what we have for. Oof. Okay. All right. So for Nightmares here, interesting. So how do I say this? I'm trying to find the right word for it. So this is how I'm going to word it, and I hope it's going to make sense. For the world to open to you, for the world to open up to you, and for the doors of the universe to open up to you. You have to come in peace with yourself, deep inside, because now there's no peace. I don't see any peace. There's no peace inside. You have to come into peace within you, and you have to become flexible. You have to become flexible. You're too. I sense rigidity. It's like rigid. It's like, no, this is what I think. This is what I believe, and I'm not gonna do anything else. That's what I sense. You have to kind of let go. You have to become more flexible, adaptable. You know, like adaptability in terms of like, okay, if this is not working, what can I do that's gonna work? It's okay. It's okay if it's not what I want to do at the moment, but it's what I want to do is here, but it's not working. So what can I do here that's gonna work? That flexibility, that kind of like make know how to play around with the options that you have. These options are, you have them. I see that you have the options. You have the options, but you have to know how to use them to adapt and get rid of that rigidity that you have. And the moment you do so, once you do so, you're gonna find that peace within, because that peace is very important. It's very important for you to become, the bottom of the deck was the Princess of Wands. That's who you are. This fiery, beautiful energy, Look at that. It's like you're ruling the underworld. It's like you can navigate the underworld, and there's so much fire in there, and so much there's just and then right underneath the Princess of Wands, the Magician, but reversed. The Magus reversed. So you are the Magician too, but you're still. You have to find that. You have to find kind of adapt to what you have to work with. So just remember, at any point in time, and especially for you guys, the gifted ones, at any point in time, you have what you need to make things work for you. You have it. You might think you don't. You might think you don't have what it takes, or you don't have the necessary tools, but you actually do. So here, know that you have what you need. Just try different options. I know it feels like the world is closed right now for you, but it's because that peace is not within. You have to first find that peace within, adapt, try different things, try different options, and then the world will open to you, the universe will open to you, and you'll be the Magician, the Magus of power. You will become that. So that's what I have for nightmares here. Let's see what else we have here. Let's see. See, Polixena would like to ask if my connection to the ancient Egypt, and how can I embrace it? Connection to ancient Egypt. So what's your connection? So I'm gonna see first, what's your connection to ancient Egypt? It's kind of a broad question. What's your connection to ancient Egypt? But let's see what we have. First of all, is there even a connection? Well, you say there's a connection, so there's probably a connection. So if you already know there's a connection, let's just see what is it for Polixena. What's the connection? Yeah, it's connection is full of love and value and good things and emotions, and there's a lot of emotions. There's a lot of there's 7 wands here and 4 of wands. A lot of fieriness. There's a lot of fieriness. There's a lot of emotions, and just pleasure, love. You like this connection. You cherish it. Something that means a lot to you. It seems like you've had a reincarnation there, and that reincarnation was good, and it's still following you in this reincarnation, and that's why you cherish it, you love it, you have only positive about it. The bottom of the deck here was the Prince of Cups, but reversed. So maybe there was here, it's reversed, but I see that there was someone dear to you, someone that you love, that you had a connection with, someone that you love. I sense love in here, and that relationship, that love relationship, happened in ancient Egypt. And that's why and here again, it's like the Six of Cups, and it's upright. Six is the number of love and harmony. And this Prince of Cups here at the bottom, looks like it's a prince. A prince is a prince, like, so luxury and glory, and he's flying on this phoenix, and it's just like, wow, and you had this relationship, and it meant a lot to you. And it's probably one of the most loving things you've had in any reincarnation. And that's why when something in you says that ancient Egypt is associated with love, it's associated with love. Where is that person? That is unknown. Is he or is she in this lifetime? I'm not sure. But it's a strong love connection that you have with Egypt, and in your previous life, that's what you experienced there, So that's what I have for you for Polyxena. And let's move on to the next question, if there's any other questions. Cecilia Turcios. I hope I'm saying it right. Sorry if I'm butchering the name, guys. Sorry. For Cecilia, when I'm going to receive the answer for my job application, any advice, please? Thank you. When are you going to receive an answer for your job application? When? Let's see. Let's see what we're gonna get here. Okay. And any of us? Okay. So let's see here. Oof. Okay, so interesting. So you know what's funny? You asked about work, and this card, look what the message just on it. I don't know if you can read it, but it's work. It says work. There's no randomness, guys. There's no coincidence. Everything is calculated. Number I have here is 3. You have 3 of Pentacles. The message is work. You're asking about work. 3 of Pentacles. I sense here 3 weeks. 3 weeks. You're going to receive this answer 3 weeks from now. A message for it, because the cards that came with it were like interesting. I'm not sure how to say this, because we have 3 of Pentacles. The bottom of the deck was the Death, which is 13. So we have 3, 3. And then, there's a sort of for this job, this application, you're gonna get an answer 3 weeks from now. And if it's a no, if it's a no, if they tell you no, then the purpose is that you can find who you truly are, because you taking on this job was gonna lure you from your path. It's gonna lure you from embracing who you truly are. And that's the reason why it might be a no. The universe doesn't want this to happen for you. It wants you to transform. See the Death card here. It wants you to transform. It wants you to become who you truly are. It wants you to, the fact that you're asking a tarot reader such as myself for a job application, it's already, it's already kind of a, I know a lot of people, I know many people need jobs to pay their rent and to pay bills and stuff like that. But when we say job, what is this job? Is it destructive for us? Is it good for us? Is it bad for us? Is it going to help us? Is it going to lure us from our path and stray us away from what we're supposed to be? So never take no as a negative thing. It might be a no. And if it's a no, just know that it's for your own good. It's not because it's a bad thing and your spirit guides or the universe doesn't want you to have it. It's actually it's a blessing in disguise, if you know what I'm saying here. But because here this last card that came here, which is amazing, I think it's the Queen of Cups. Like, it's just, you have such a crazy power. Actually, sorry, Queen of Wands. You have such a crazy power, but it's kind of hidden. It's turned off. It needs to come out. And I think the universe wants you to unleash this power. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna stop here. Because I'm being told not to say anything else. So let's move on. Let's see here. Sylvia, which demon is with me and why? So again, I cannot tell you which demon, as I mentioned it many times before. Like, your own demons are supposed to come to you. The name for your demon is supposed to come to you. I have to be using the Occult deck, which I'm not using in this live. I'm not using the Occult deck. I'm only using the Thoth deck or the Hermetic. So I cannot, unfortunately, tell you which demon is with you. It's either another time when I use the Occult deck, I can tell you some of the lesser key of Solomon demons. Solomon demons who's with you, or your own demon, your own personal guardian demon will show up to you when it's the right time, and you will know what's the name for this demon. That's what I have. Wendy Loves, thank you. You're welcome. You're very welcome. I hope the reading helped. I hope. Thank you. You're very welcome. The Death Metal Punk, thank you very much. You're very welcome. Maya, what message do my demons have for me? For Maya, what message do my demons have? Message. Let's see, what do they have for you at the moment? For Maya. Maya, you're the priestess. Oof. Huh? So that's a major arcana line here. Okay. So Maya, the message is loud and clear. You're the priestess. You're powerful. You have a lot of gifts. You can do so much supernatural stuff. You can communicate with the spirits. You can communicate with demons, which you are, because you're asking what the message from your demons. You can connect with the unseen, with the other realm. You have that power. This priestess card came loud and clear. It's just like showed up, bam. It's a cards sometimes when you pull them and they're just like there. I'm not sure if that happens to you guys too when you pull your cards. I could have pulled the same card, the priestess, in another reading, and it wouldn't feel the same. So it's all about how it felt. It felt like she's the priestess. You're connected to ancient Egypt as well, so you probably were a priestess in ancient Egypt. There's Anubis here, there's ancient Egypt here. There's some fears that you need to overcome. We have the moon card that showed up here, so another major con. So we have so we have 15. I'm trying to this number here. So these Roman numbers, I have to those lines. I have to. They make my eyes dizzy. Those lines. I love Roman numbers, but I'm like. So we have 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's 8. So 9. So it's interesting here. We have this. So 9 in the moon, 9, and then in numerology it's 9 when you add up all the numbers, and then beside it was wealth, 10. So 9 and 10, right, one beside the other. 10 of Pentacles with the moon. So here's the message loud and clear. You're the priestess. You can accomplish anything you want. You're born with gifts. You have supernatural powers. You can talk to demons, spirits, the unseen, but you're so scared to do it, and you're holding yourself all the time from doing it. The bottom of the deck, you need to change. You need to embrace some change in your life, because if you don't, there's no money. The pentacles, the money that you want, is connected to how much of a priestess you are. Okay? So you're a priestess and you need to use your powers. You need to use your abilities. You're not. And because you're not using them, because you're scared of your abilities, you're scared of them, the money you want is not going to show up. And I mentioned this before, and I mention it all the time. Abundance only show up when we become aligned. If you're not aligned, the abundance, the money is not going to show up. And here too, the money you want is not going to show up unless you're aligned. But hey, you're the priestess. That's awesome. You have to embrace it. You have to really embrace your powers. You have to really embrace them. That's what I have for Maya. So, Death Metal Punks, thank you very much. Lily Sanchez, am I being hexed? Lily Sanchez, am I being hexed? Let's see for Lily. Whoa, that card jumps so fast. Okay, hold on. I'll put it back right here. So for Lily. Okay, the energy is quite... Let's see for Lily. Might be nice. Lily. Okay. Are you ready for the answer, Lily? Because it's like a big yes. It's a strong yes. Interesting. Oof. I mean, here's the cards. So you got the Chariot, of Discs, and the Nine of Swords. But what matters here more than what the cards are, it's what's on the cards. Look at that. And even the bottom of the deck. So Lily, let me elaborate on this. Look at the bottom. It's the Eight of Cups reversed, but it's the imagery that's important here. Imagery is very important in this message that I have for you here. And actually, when I was shuffling, the energy was like really it was like powerful. So the answer is yes. You're hexed by another woman. She's very powerful. She's a powerful witch, like her energy pierced through. You know. It worked. You are hexed. It is making you really whatever you were hexed for, it's working. Whatever you were worked for. And I see here it's has to do with emotions. It has to do with emotions. It has to do with your state of being. This hex is making you sad. It's making you depressed. It's making you these moments in life when you start feeling unlucky all the time, unlucky and things not working and people are not, it's giving you drama, it's giving you trouble. This hex, this energy that was sent in you is giving you a lot of trouble. And it's a powerful energy. It's very, very powerful, unfortunately. One way to overcoming it, you have to move on. So the Chariot here is moving, and that Chariot there, the moving on, is how to overcome it. Moving on one way or another. As I said, move on what came to you. Whatever that thing with moving on came to you, that should be it. That's what you need to do in order to kind of unhex this thing, because you can't stay like this. It's giving you a lot of emotional like you feel down. I feel like the feeling is feeling down, like when someone just feels sad and down all the time. It feels like that. It's like you have to revive your energy. You have to become the warrior that's on this Chariot. The warrior, you have to become that. You have to kind of spark and kind of activate that energy. Here, let me just pull one more card and see what's the message. Power, strength. it's like, look at this card here. It's like you're trapped. It's like you're trapped in the middle of that castle or fort. It's a fort, and you're trapped in the middle. And the message there is power. It's what you need. You need power to get out of this. This hex is this fort that's keeping. It's like a cage that's caging you. And earlier I said the chariot. The chariot so represents, because for me this warrior is strong. So you need power, strength to get out of this. Again, 4 in numerology, grounding, nature, connect to earth, go to nature. Try to, in alchemy, transmutation is key. Transmute this energy, be an alchemist, be a witch. Again, witches are alchemists, they're interchangeable. Transmute this energy now it's given to you. You receive the energy, you've taken it. Try to transmutate it into earth. Connect to nature. I would highly recommend you to go to earth. Go to a park or a place that have soil, like like mud. And I want you to take this negative energy that's been given to you. I want you to take it in your hands and put your hands all the way till your wrists, all the way inside that earth or that mud, or that, it has to be clean, of course. Make sure it's clean. Put your hands there all the way till the wrists, and leave your hands there while intending that earth is sucking that negative energy from your hands. It's taking it away. And I want you to stay that for 9 to 10 minutes. Stay there 9 to 10 minutes. You with your hands in. It's okay if people think you're crazy. You shouldn't care about if people think what is she doing? You don't care. This has to do with your own well-being. You matter first to yourself. So go and do it. 9 to 10 minutes. Just stay there with your hands fully inside earth. And earth, Mother Earth, is going to help take that energy away from you. So connect to nature. Connecting to nature is going to help you unhex what's going on with you right now. And that's what I have to say. This was a little bit long, but I just wanted to kind of wanted to elaborate a little bit on this. Lara's World. Sif, I've connected to my dark side and learning more about the dark world. Please, I wish to know if I have a guardian helping me, a guardian demon helping me. Okay, if you have a guardian demon helping you, yes or no? Right now, Lara wants to know. So let's see what cards have to say for Lara. Okay. Oh, yes, you do, and they're giving you strength. So they're helping you with strength. They're trying to give you a new start in your life, which is probably have to do with this this embracing your darkness, because here the Ace of Swords, but it's reversed. So they're trying to trigger some new start in your life by you by you embracing the darkness, and that's their help to you. They're also now here number 6, and they're giving you this kind of they're trying to give you this balance, and also educate. They're supporting you by educating you or helping guide you towards articles or videos or books that are going to benefit you. That's what they're doing. So they're kind of guiding you. They're guiding you towards and I say they because you asked here if you have a guardian demon, and I kept saying they. You have more than one, which is awesome. You don't have just one. You have more than one, because I kept saying they. Even though you asked, and okay, it is decided. It is 6 because we have 6 here and we have 6 here. There's 2 6s that just show up right here. You have 6 with you right now, because this other 6 was the confirmation, because I was wondering if it's the other 4, but it's actually the 6. You have 6, and they're guiding you. They're trying to because you declared to the universe and to them that I'm open. I want to be powerful. I want to become who I am. They're like, oh, she declared it. Let's do it. We're here for you. And it's amazing. It's awesome. It's really, really great. And here, this beautiful card, this Four of Cups, which represents luxury and fanciness and whatever their got. I feel like when these demons are around you, you feel luxurious. You feel like you feel like there's a lot of luxury and a lot of it's like I see gold and then diamond and precious materials and this kind of like you have this sense that you're some sort of queen or someone important. When they're around you, that's how you feel. That's how they make you feel, which is awesome. So they are around you, and there's 6 of them. It's cool. It's really cool. And you have more than one. So let's that's for Lara. Amir is here. Thank you. You're very, very welcome. Thank you. I hope the reading helped. Gail Trujillo. Again, I'm sorry if I'm butchering your names, guys. I'm sorry. But Gail or Gail, am I cursed? So hexed and cursed, they're kind of like almost interchangeable. They're kind of basically the same thing. So are you cursed, hexed? Let's see. Well, a curse can be generational. It could come from even past life incarnations. Are you cursed, for Gil? You're not. Good news. You're not cursed. You have some powerful spirits protecting you here. Look at this. So I have this Princess of Pentacles showed up, and the Hermit card as well, which is beautiful major arcana. You have some generational spirits that are trying to protect you, but they're protecting you. They're the ones who are not, because you asked the question. Asking the question usually means that you're suspicious. If you're suspicious, you feel that there's something. I feel like someone tried to curse you. Someone tried to curse you, but they didn't succeed because you have these powerful spirits that are protecting you. Look at this. Look at this beautiful demon. That's a demon. Look at that. Look at that demon, and it's a female demon. That's beautiful. They're protecting you. They didn't let this curse go on to you. But there's a but I hear. But you're not acknowledging these spirits. You're not acknowledging. Here we have the hermits. It's almost like you're. Hold on. Yeah. They're around you. They're protecting you. Just have some gratitude for them. Like I would talk to them. I would tell them thank you. I would give them a little offering. I would do a little ritual to thank them because they stopped the curse, because they didn't let the curse pass on to you. They like you. They like you. I mean, they love you. And they these spirits, as above so below. You know how we humans when you express gratitude to someone, you say thank you or appreciate you or something, it gives you a certain pleasant emotion. Well, the same for demons and the same for spirits. It's the same thing, as above so below. So they also like that. They like a little thank you, a little ritual, a little appreciation. You can give them a little, give them some offering because they stopped the curse. It's amazing. They didn't let that negative energy come to you. So that's awesome, and that's what I have for you. Let's see here. Let's see. Polixena, thank you. You're very welcome. And I see that you guys are talking in the chat. That's awesome. Let's see here. Ricardo Angel, any changes for me in 2022? That's a broad question. Ricardo, kind of broad, but let's see what the cards are going to say. So it's always harder to answer broad questions because broad questions require like more of like a and to, as I said earlier, to translate the spirit into the physical. So broad questions, because these are pretty quick readings, so for everyone, but still, even the question is broad, even as a challenge for myself. I like to squeeze as much as possible from a broad question, even for me. That's how you become the master. You have to always work with what you have. Hold on. One card jumped here. Let's see. So the question was if any changes. No, for Ricardo. It's a big no. There's no changes. You're the Hierophant though, so we have the Hierophant reverse. So Ricardo, there is no bad news. There's no bad news. There's no trouble. There's no drama. Also there, but there's also nothing good. There is nothing positive. It's like you're in between. 2022 is going to be neutral for you. That's the energy I'm getting from here. It's neutral. The Hierophant is reversed. This tells me that you're the Hierophant. You're a master. You have a lot of skills. You can, if you put your skills to work, and you become the Hierophant upright, the bottom of the deck had a beautiful beginning, which is the Ace of Cups. Look at the shining, beautiful lights and colors from the cup. But that will only be triggered and start in 2022 if you wanted to, if you become the Hierophant. Becoming the Hierophant requires you to put in the work. And this work, I see that it has to do with the occult. It has to do with the occult. It has to do with just whatever you're drawn to in the occult. You have to start doing the work. You have what it takes to become an occultist, to become a magician, to become a tarot reader if you want to. You have that in you, but it's dormant. It's not activated. And that's why if you don't do that, there's going to be no changes for you in 2022 at all. But no good or no bad. So nothing good and nothing bad too. It's like if you're okay with that, there's nothing bad that's going to happen. But if you're willing to start something new, then you have to start embracing who you are, who you truly are. That's what I have for Ricardo. Let's see here. Here, question for Nick. Dreams been so dark, and what message does the underworld have for me? My dreams are so dark every night. So dark as in like I understand here because it depends on the connotation of the dark meaning. Dark as in like, because I know dictionary dark means negative. It means people use the word dark for something negative, or dark from an illumination standpoint, as in like it's dark as in like you don't see. I'm not sure what happens in your dreams, which meaning you mean, but let's see what message does the underworld have for you. Let's see. It's like all of a sudden with your energy, Nick, all of a sudden as I'm shuffling, it's like this kind of, it's like something just calm. It's like this kind of like it's like stillness happened. It's like I feel like oof, it's like something just landed, That's how I feel. So let's see what messages. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. Okay. So you're the Empress. You're the Empress. Strong feminine energy here. Major Arcana Empress. Master. I see there's it's kind of the message. It's almost similar to the message earlier with, I don't remember who the person was, but it's very similar. It's like you're the Empress, but you don't see any success in your life. You don't see any anything that's that makes you happy. You don't see it's I feel this calm energy, this very very calm energy. is the Empress energy, because an Empress is always like still, it's calm. And that's why even when I was shuffling the card, that's how I felt. So you're probably like some, and that's why your dreams are dark too. Um, this dream, it's telling you like you're hard to pierce, you're hard to read, because you're the Empress. It's like you're not letting me read you. You ask question, but you don't want me to know what's going on. That's how I feel, which is rare. There are people like this. I've had readings and clients, and which like has that too. It's funny because we both have certain clients who are so hard to read, yet they want to know stuff, and you're like, listen, maybe you gotta loosen up a little bit your energy so I can read you. Otherwise, I can't read you. Yeah, myself and we talk about these people because they're funny. So you have this priestess energy. Okay, so we agree about that. Sorry, the Empress, not priestess. This Empress energy, abundance. If you want it, you can have it. You have abundance around you, but you don't see this abundance. You don't see this success. You don't see this these dreams, these ambitions. You want them to come true, but you don't see them, and that's because, see the bottom of the deck. This is this card here is called art, but it's actually temperance card, but it's this art. This card for me is a representation of alchemy. It's a representation of alchemy, is doing the work, doing the crafts, trying to find your own philosopher's stone, trying to do your rituals and work with different things and mix them together and make your potions and your elixirs and your spirits in order to find that stone, that essence, that ultimate soul, your highest version of who you are, which is the Empress. It's funny because you are that. It's almost like you have something in you, but in order to find it, you need to look for it or work for it, but it's already in you, if that makes sense. So you're the kind of person who, in order to see the success and this beautiful success that you want in your life, in order to see it, you need to do the work, the alchemical work, the transformational work. But you know what's funny? You're just gonna do that work just to realize that, oh, I've had that from the beginning. So doing the work it's like a waste of time, if that makes sense. But it's not a waste of time if you realize who you are now. But it seems like you don't. And hopefully this reading is going to help you realize who you are now. You are the Empress already. And here, the Empress has it all. It's like it's the knowledge, the wisdom, that highest essence that I'm talking about, the alchemical highest essence that the alchemist needs to work on to reach. So, do you want to do the work to realize that you already have it, or do you want to just realize it and you don't have to do the work, and that's a shortcut, and then you get to the success right away? It's up to you. The choice is yours. The choice is yours. I don't know why I'm laughing. I just think it's funny. Anyway, let's move on to the next question. This is one of those moments where when you feel, but not on any substance. It feels like that. So anyway, let's move on. Very much, Maya. Thank you, Cecilia. Thank you. You guys are very, very welcome. Lily, I believe, is more than one person. Alison, thank you, guys. Morning Star, aka Lucifer. Hi, Seth. Hello, Morning Star. Thank you for joining the chat. I'm wondering what message my guide spirits have for me. Thank you. Or your spirits. Morning Star. Let's see. Okay. So for Morning Star. Okay, so Morning Star, your spirits wants you to know that you're victorious, that the victory you're looking for, that they love you, that they have so much love for you, and that that they're around you. So these spirits are there for you. They love you. They guide you. They try to give you abundance. They're there for you. You have them. But you feel that you don't have abundance, that you don't have success. You feel defeated. You feel like there you don't have luck. That you don't have that. It feels like these spirits are not with you, but they are. They want to tell you that we're here, but all you see is that, oh, I don't have abundance. Oh, I don't have like I don't have this, I don't have that. You're caught up into saying I don't have this, I don't have that. Where is the money I want? Where is the success I want? Why I don't have this? You're probably comparing yourself to other people, and your spirit guides here. So one, they're telling you that they love you. That's one. Number two, they're telling you that you gotta stop, and I hear it here. Stop thinking and spending too much time into the details, into the minutia of things, into few things that are futile, things that are not gonna serve you any good. You have the tendency to pay attention to these tiny things, to these tiny details. Some people tend to pay attention, and you're stuck into some detail that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's not going to matter to you. Even the next day, it's not going to matter to you yet. You're thinking about that thing the whole day. So you're messing up your day, you're messing up your energy, you're messing up your time. You're not even aware probably of the spirits around you that are trying to guide you towards the right path. So one thing that's unfortunately societal, the human society around throughout the millennia and the years conditioned and taught human beings to become interested in small things. Okay, and you find this everywhere. Like when people, for example, when you what's an example, like when you drop when you spill, let's say you spill coffee on your white shirt. Some people think it's the end of the world. Some people want to end the world because they spilled coffee on their white shirt that they just wore that morning. And it's futile. It's okay. It doesn't matter. Oh, you broke a plate. You broke a cup. It doesn't matter. It's fine. You can get another plate. You can get another cup. It's small things. They don't matter. That's the message for you. You care about these tiny things so much, and they're just distracting you. They're distracting you from even knowing that your spirits are around you. It's always to keep in perspective the holistic image, everything in perspective. Having that perspective, that macro perspective, is very, very important. Very few humans can do that. But unfortunately, I know why humans do this. Unfortunately, humans do this because of how we were conditioned. How we were conditioned that paying attention to the tiny, small, tiny details is very important. No, it's okay. If your car broke, fix it. If you spilled coffee on your shirt, wash it. If your mug broke, buy another one. If your light broke, get another one. Like, it's not the end of the world. If